واحنا منك نتعلم. انت معلم واحنا منك نتعلم. نسكت وانت موجود ما نرضى نتكلم. نسكت وانت موجود ما نرضى نتكلم. انت معلم واحنا منك نتعلم. انت معلم واحنا منك.
Hello Fulla lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to make a review about the product which I purchased earlier. I hope you find this video is very useful. So let's get started. So the first product that I purchased is from the Kat Von D brand. It's a primer with the name Lock It Featherweight Primer. Since day one that I know about makeup, I never had any primer in my makeup routine. I heard a lot of people talking on YouTube about this product, and they give a lot of good reviews after they used the product. After hearing a lot of good reviews, and I got convinced. So I went to Sephora and get myself a primer. The ingredient of this primer itself is water-based. And it's written at the back of the bottle, it says it's oil free. You know the problem with the oily skin type. If you use any beauty product with the ingredient non-oily free, all the makeup that you put on your face won't set well. And then after a few hours, all your makeup will start smearing all over your face. Oh, how scary is that? So for those of you Fulla's lover out there who had a problem with the oily skin, I recommend you to use this Kat Von D Lock It Featherweight Primer before you start with your makeup routine. Now I'm going to test the primer. First, I'm going to remove the cap. All you have to do, you just press the pump right there. Press one pump and all the primer will be coming out. I think one pump is enough. If you think you need more, you can add it. Let me put back the cap on for safety reason. Let's start with the texture of this primer. As you can see there, I feel that the texture is very moist and very soft. Now I'm going to start to rub it all the primer all over my skin there. And I'm going to see how long it's going to take for this primer to be absorbed by my skin. Wow, less than 2 minutes, all the primer is already absorbed by my skin. So Fulla's lover, if you found this product around your area, better to hurry to grab one and share your experience in the comment below. Okay? Now for the next item, I'm going to talk about Sephora Precision Sponge and Beauty Blender Sponge. The function of this beauty blender is to apply mostly liquid beauty products such as foundation, concealer, highlight, bronzer, and contour. I'm going to show you the precision sponge from Sephora. It looks like this. It has a color like a light pink. And for the beauty blender sponge, it's a little bit dark. It has a dark pink color and it's written on the outside of the box, Original Beauty Blender. Now I'm going to show you about Sephora Precision Sponge. Let me open the box. Inside the box it has an instruction card about the sponge. And in the box itself it has a print. Okay, let me put the card back on because the box is transparent. So this is the shape of the precision sponge from Sephora. The texture of this sponge is soft, not too much soft, it's just average. The pointy part of the sponge, you use that to put all the liquid beauty products on part of your face which cannot be reached by the big part at the bottom of the sponge. And the bottom part of the sponge, we use that for blending the product. The original size of this sponge is a lot smaller than the one you see in the video now, because I've been using this sponge for a couple of times. The first rule before using the sponge, you have to soak the sponge inside the water. As you can see here, I'm trying to give a good squeeze of the sponge to make sure all the water absorbed by the sponge. After the sponge is well soaked, you have to make the sponge dry. So give a good squeeze to make sure all the water is out from the sponge. To make sure to remove the excess water, I'm going to dry the sponge by using a towel or a tissue. You can start using the sponge when you feel that the sponge is not too dry or not too wet. It's blending time. Now moving on to the beauty blender sponge. As you can see here, the sponge is still brand new because I just purchased it earlier. Inside the box, you can find the instruction card on how to using the beauty blender. In terms of price, this beauty blender is a lot expensive compared to the others. It's surprisingly, the texture of this sponge is way softer than the one from Sephora. The same rule apply. This beauty blender, we have to soak them first inside the water. Now I'm going to put this sponge inside the water. Let's see what happens. Wow! Each time that I'm squeezing the sponge inside the water, the size of the sponge is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The sponge absorbs all the water very quick and very well. The size of the sponge is swelling 3 times than the original size. Now I'm going to squeeze all the water out from the sponge. Then to remove the excess water, I'm going to dry the sponge by using a towel or a tissue. Now my sponge is ready to be used. It's blending time. So for the next item, I'm going to talk about the makeup setting spray. It's from Sephora. It's called Softening Facial Mist. There are a lot of makeup setting spray available in the market. Every brand they have one, such as MAC, Sephora, Urban Decay, and much more. Same story like a primer. I never had any makeup setting spray in my makeup routine. I check on Google and I check on YouTube and see what is this makeup setting spray used for. After reading enough review, out of curiosity, I went to Sephora and looked for one. There is a little bit of a doubt in my head about the product, but it's written in the bottle itself, the product is dermatologically tested. This makeup setting spray contained with lotus extracts. So when you spray the product to your face, it will give a good smell. Remember, you only use this makeup setting spray at the end of your makeup routine. The application itself is very easy. All you have to do, just spray it all over your face. Give a good squeeze like once or twice. Make sure do not rub the product after its application. Just leave it to dry and you are good to go. That's all for now, Fulla's lover. I'm going to continue the rest of the review on my next video. If you like this video, please don't forget to click subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And if you have any comment, any opinion, or any experience that you'd like to share, please type on the comment box below. See you on my next video. Bye.